What's up, guys? Welcome to Pelvibiz Podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Alhui. Today, I'm going to talk about how to find a cash-paying client in an insurance-driven world. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. How are you going to find that cash buyer when most people are giving you that objection of, hey, you cost a lot. I'm going to go somewhere that takes my insurance. How are you going to continue to find that cash paying client? And I'm here to tell you today, this is part of the episode, how to actually do that. So I know going into 2025, there's a lot of talk recently around people not being able to afford cash-based services. And I'm here to tell you there is the audience for it, no matter where you're at, no matter what location. People pay for what they value. That is key. So you must understand that if you are charging cash, that you have to give massive value with the actual results. It's very, very important. If you do not give people the results, they will not pay you money. And you have to have proof of that. So here we go. Let's just dive into it before I go on a tangent of other things. So number one, you have to know truly who your buyer is. Now, most of you guys listening to this, you're going to already tell me, say, hey, Kelly, my buyer is a mom that has leakage. Okay, great. But what do you know about that mom with leakage? Like, I want you to know every single thing about that mom with leakage. And when I say every single thing, I need you to know her routine. I need you to know what daycare that mom takes her kid to. I need you to know where she shops at. I need you to know what playground she hangs out at. I need you to know what schedule she's on. I need you to know exactly her problems. Like, I'm talking about knowing that person in and out on what that they are struggling with, because that is going to be key. So I would say that's number one, is really defining who your buyer is. And if you need to, use Google, do research. Say, hey, someone that struggles with leakage, what else potentially would they struggle with? What else, like, where are they hanging out at? Like, do market research. I promise you it will be beneficial. Okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing I do is I make a list of every single thing about them. So basically what I would do is I would go stalk like Burn Bootcamp, their Instagram. If I was just like starting out, I'm trying to find clients. And I would see like, who are they tagging at Burn Bootcamp? Because they'll tag Sally's account, we'll tag Susie's account, we'll tag Joe Smo's account. I'm going to go follow that account. I'm going to go look at that account. Once I go look at it, I'm going to basically not stalk, but I'll stalk this person. And the fact of like, hey, let me look at her profile pictures. What pumpkin farm is she taking pictures at with her kids? Where is she going to take her kids' school photos? What is she typically doing on the weekend? Like, I will then write down Sally's name, and I will put Sally likes to take her kids to the pumpkin patch. She goes to this pumpkin patch. This is this is what school, and it sounds, I'm not trying to be creepy here. It's just like, I want to know my audience 100%. I'm not going to go stalk her at her school, so please do not do that. Okay. But but really you want to know, where these people hang out. And I'll tell you as we get into this, why this is important. Probably thinking, well, why do I want to know that? I just know she has leakage and I need to help her out with leakage or potential. And so actually you do want to know this, because you'll start to see trends, and then you'll start to see, oh, wow, if I can help Sally, well, then I can help Susie and Josie and whoever else, because they all do the same thing and they all have the same problem. You'll start to see themes, no joke. Okay, so now the third thing is you have to go to those places where those clients hang out. So I'm going to give you an example. Around where I live, we have this coffee shop, and this coffee shop has an actual indoor playground where moms go and they have play dates, because you could get coffee and you can let your kid run around and have a play date. So it's like, well, why wouldn't they go there? Because their kids are entertained and the mom gets coffee or gets their caffeine fix and they're ready to go for the day to handle whatever problems are coming their way. So if I was someone trying to get clients, I would go and actually sit at that coffee shop and, bring my laptop, start doing work. Oh my God, look at Sally over there running around the playground. Hey, yes. So you see the kids running around. Okay, you see the moms talking. Hey, I just wanted to come over, and do you guys come over here a lot? It's my first time here. I was just grabbing some coffee, and I was just seeing, what you guys like about this place. You come here a lot. Just kind of eavesdrop-ish. And you just go in with a nice smile, okay? Like this, not a fake one, not the no tea smile. You got to give them the nice smile, okay? Can't fake it. And basically, you got to go in and be like, yeah, so tell me, you come here a lot. Would love to know. What do you like about this place? And once you just say just one thing, it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be life-changing here, but you're just trying to make a friend. That's it. You're just trying to make a friend. And if they're cool, they're going to be like, oh yeah, let me tell you all about it. They actually have this playground. This is my favorite coffee that I like to have. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm actually a tea drinker. Does anyone here do any tea? Oh, you do tea. Okay, what kind of tea is the best here? Can you tell me what should I get? Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, you guys always meet here? Is that what you guys like because the playground? I'm assuming that's probably why you like it here. Yeah, we love the playground. Oh my God, that's awesome. You know what? We should do a mommy and me meetup. I actually coach a lot of pelvic floor moms and teach them. And, we should do a meetup here and we can go over while the kids are playing. We can go over how to stop your leakage. Does that sound cool? Yeah, sounds great. Okay, cool. What's the worst thing they're going to tell me? No? Okay, great. And I'll just be like, okay, those aren't my people. So honestly, this is how you get clients. And it doesn't matter if you're cash or not cash. It matters if can you provide value to them and do they trust you? If they trust you, you win the game. They don't trust the hospital system. So the likelihood of you meeting them and them actually saying no to you and calling the hospital system is very unlikely because they've technically, just by the interaction, if it's good interaction, have built now a relationship with you. And if you're like, hey, let's follow each other on social media, great. Start commenting on their stuff. Start looking at what they're doing. Start seeing where they hang out. So I'm putting myself in positions where these people are at. And then just literally talking to them. All I do is make friends. That's it. Because yes, I'm an extrovert. Doesn't mean you have to be an extrovert. It just means you have to have, just be able to talk and ask a question to someone and lightly eavesdrop on their conversation and just be like, oh my God, I overheard this. Tell me more about it. That's it. It's literally it. And that's how you get the party started. Okay. Going back into how to get clients, but that's a really good example, by the way. Okay. Also, I think I'm on number 4. I want to say number 4, see what they're doing online. Are they attending mommy and me yoga? Are they attending goat yoga? Are they going to wedding venues to do wine tastings on the weekends? Are they going to do neighborhood meetup? Are they planning events at their house? What are they doing? And a lot of that stuff can be had by Facebook events. You can see it. Also, Nextdoor app on, it's called Nextdoor. In the app, you can see what people are doing. What are they up to for the weekend? And those are your local neighbors. So that's how locally you can get these people and you can get them to be like, oh yeah, they are doing this. I can just go hang out there. Start there. Go join places that have your people. I promise you, you will get your clients. Look, and I'm not a postpartum mom. Postpartum moms is my demographic. But I'm not a postpartum mom, and that's okay. I can still, by the way, for those people that don't have kids, you can still go to mom events. You can still join mom groups, okay? To me, when someone says mom, I think about women supporting women. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And so, don't feel less than if you're not a mom and you don't feel like you belong in that population. Yes, there are going to be some things you can't talk about, like your kid's poop schedule. You don't have, a child to do that. Maybe you talk about your dog's poop schedule, but, or you just don't chime into that conversation. You can talk about something else because, again, women to women or whatever, like, you're going to be able to relate to them no matter what, whether or not it's about their kid or not. So, just a little FYI. I feel like when I first started, I experienced a little bit of that. And I even at one point, this sounds so bad to admit, but I even at one point said, like, I had a child and I did not have a child. And it was a whole horrible thing. And I couldn't go back and see that client because I was just like, what the hell? I was just so caught off guard and I didn't know what to say. And I just freaked out and it was just horrible. And I never would do that again. But, yeah, don't do that. Don't say you have a kid if you don't have a kid. Oh my God. So that was a lesson. Yeah, just like go in there and be like, okay, just like my girlfriends, like I literally just approach it like a girlfriend group. That's it. Okay. Let's see what else. You also have to make sure that, to get cash-based clients, that you're also not only finding your people. So what I just talked about was finding your people. Okay. Where you're going to actually find them. And then how are you going to like get them to stay attracted to you where they're like, oh, I'm considering coming in to see you, right? Well, how they do that is it has to be a process. So number one, they may come in through your website. Okay. So your website has to guide them through what they're looking for. So what I mean by that is I would definitely have a video of what your company is about on the homepage. That's 100%. I would do that. Number two, I would also have specifically why you are different than everyone else. How I coach is a method. So I like to create a unique method for every single person that makes them unique so that you can feel confident that you are different from Susie over there that's next door. Okay. The next thing I like to do is make sure that on the website that you have something that they want so that they give you your contact information. It's called a lead magnet. So an example of this would be like top 3 exercises to stop your leakage, download now. And then they have to click the button. When they click the button, name, email, phone number pops up, and then they would get the downloadable thing. It's just that they got to put in their information for them to get it. Now, some of you guys are like, well, Kelly, I don't want to give away all my tricks. No, you want to give away the best thing so that they get results immediately and immediately trust you. The hospital system is not doing this. The hospital only wins because they take insurance. They're not asking, are they solving that problem? And people get frustrated if they're not getting that problem solved. So they're going to come see you. There is 100% a market no matter wherever you're at. Okay. So you have got to build the trust and show that you can actually solve the problem. That is the most important thing for then the client to be like, okay, here is my money. Just as simple as that. It really is. When you're running ads, if you are running ads, so some of you guys run ads on Google, some of you guys don't run ads, but basically the ad needs to be so spot on to the target that you are trying to attract. So when I said, like, I want to know what pumpkin patch they go to, I want to know what school, like as I'm potentially filming an ad, I am literally maybe shooting that ad in the parking lot of that school, or potentially I am somehow placing that school in the background in a picture, or I am going to the pumpkin patch and I'm going to show them how to pick up the pumpkin without having leakage, especially a big one, something like that. Like I'm going, and then I'm dressing in the clothes that they would potentially wear. So if I want to attract a burn boot camp person, I'm going to put on my burn boot camp attire and I'm going to go film that video. Oh, and by the way, because if you were pregnant before and you have those shoes that start with a K that you can easily slide your foot in, I'm also going to be wearing those too. Because someone's going to look at that video and go, okay, I identify with her because she has the same shoes that I have. I'm telling you, it's just what psychology does. Okay. So you have to be relatable. And maybe you hold your Stanley cup and drink your water and then pick up the pumpkin and then you pee yourself. Like, it has to be so relatable to the audience. And so that's why you have to know what they like, because the ad has to demo that correctly. What else would I say? You have to make sure you're interacting with these people with a call or a video. Like, you have to make sure that you get them on a call. You're not going to convert someone through just the website. Like, you just aren't going to do that. Especially if you're a cash-based service, you've got to get someone on an actual call. So we personally do not have booking online because I can't handle objections online. Like, if they didn't, without them calling me, I need them to call me so I can actually handle the objection over the phone and get them to understand that, like, we are the go-to to solve their problem. So I think that's huge. What else? You have to build trust with them. I've said that before. Let's see. You basically have to show them multiple ways. I think the biggest thing here is you have to show them multiple ways that you can help them. So hear me out on this. They have to come to your website. They have to download the lead magnet. They have to try the 3 exercises to stop their leakage. That's one way. That's just one way. They try the 3 things and they're like, this may work. They then have to see you on Instagram talking about jumping with leakage. They then need to see an ad with you standing outside their school and in the pumpkin patch of you solving their leakage problem. They then potentially have to see you maybe at a booth at a farmer's market. And maybe 2 or 3 other times, maybe they then looked up their problem on YouTube and you came up. Finally, they now potentially will call you. It's crazy how much people nowadays, especially, have to know, like, and trust you before they give you any money. So they have to see you multiple times doing the same thing to actually trust you to say, okay, I know that she knows what she's doing. I'll hand her my money. And so this is why, and I'll do another whole podcast on this, but this is why you guys have got to go wider and deeper in 2025. I'm telling you, it's about building the brand, but that's a whole other thing. I won't even go into it. But this is what you have to do. Like, it's just what you have to do. I'm literally giving you the play-by-play. And if you just do that, and I know sometimes it can sound boring, but if you just do that over and over and over again, you will get the results that you're looking for and get the customers and clients that you want. That's it. And it doesn't matter if we think we're going through a recession, not recession, who's president, who's not president. It does not matter. People need us. There's over 40 million people that have chronic pelvic issues, and there's less than 10K of us. That means we can help a lot of people, and so many people still to this day don't know that we can help them. So I encourage every single one of you guys that are listening to this, get after it. Please, please, please. Let's help these people. Let's help, like, really solve a lot of big problems. And if you're able to do that well, people will pay you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode tonight. And if you guys need any guidance, please reach out. I think this is going to be shot and produced before Black Friday. And we are running the biggest Black Friday deal you have ever seen, or I've ever seen, to be honest. And it is massive, massive value. And I'm talking about value, it's massive value. And it will so move you. And so I'm not going to say what it is. We'll put it down in the show notes below. But if you want it, I think we only have like 7 spots left. And I'm not just saying that. We've already had the event fill up very quickly. So, and there's also a sneak peek of coaching in that too that we're throwing in for free. So it's an amazing offer. If you're interested, just DM me on Pelvibiz on Instagram, but you can also click the link below in the show notes to get more details about our amazing Black Friday deal. and get ready for it. So, bye guys.